Hello, and welcome back to The King is Watching. Okay, we'll get right into it. We're on threat level 1 again, and I think next the upgrades, if I remember, because it's been a little while on my end since I last watched, because I do tend to record these in little batches. But we just buffed our starting bonuses, and we're looking to most likely do that again next opportunity we get, though given that it's 50, I think another thing I was considering was to maybe look into getting more advisors. You know, getting maybe like increased castle max HP and an advisor slot for, what will that be, 22 total? Might be better to do that before going for more starting bonuses and maybe even going down this row here. For the cost of 40 I could get another advisor and I could do something like yeah, maybe this, where for a little bit of wood I can boost production for 10 seconds or get a basic construction building at the start or something. Or I could even do something like the siltweave and get an improved tile at the start, but we'll see. For now though, we're good to go. The War Lady again, the Goblin War Lady, we're quite familiar with these at this point. Choose a starter pack. So I guess this is 200 water, or 50 gold. Ooh. Gold's harder to come by, that could be a pretty big bonus. So we won't need to sit around waiting on the market at the start for a while. Right, we'll speed it up. Right, and we should we need a little bit of water as well, because these buildings also require water, so we need, yep, about that much. Then we need a bit of wood for each one, not a lot. And we're away. Now, we probably want to put, let's try, we'll put them up here this time because I want to avoid this one bad tile down here. So we'll try that and that, then we'll go for, let's see, we can do a research table, there's a market, and we would also, because we now get a magic school to start with, so I'd also like that, though we're going to need some crystals to build it. Oh no, you need crystals, sorry, to use it, but we'll need some more wood to build the thing. For now though, we'll go for the market and then the research table. We'll also need some wheat to generate soldiers as well. So we're going to want a good amount. That'll probably do it. There we go. Let's start there. Soldiers are ready. We've lost 1 health. Oh no. We're gonna go for... ooh. I do like the bone pit. Ooh, crystal mine or gold mine? We do need crystals for the magic school, but we'll go for gold. Just so that we've got a source of it that doesn't require us using wheat. All these are going to give like basic production buildings and things, so we're going to go for these. An artifact is really good. We'll not put those alongside the wall busters. Put this on the wall busters because they're a bit easier to deal with. And I'd like some more basic production. That looks good to me. The Cursed Crown will get some permanent morale. Right. Okay, we've got maxed out units. Bone pit. We need some wood. Back down there. Right. Troops are being produced. We've lost a decent chunk of health after that attack, but we'll have opportunities to get it back later. We'll go for militia, I think, actually. Hunters for a ranged unit could be good. Whipmen, I don't think we've got enough units to make that valuable at the moment, but something to consider. We'll get another gold mine. Right, so we're going to need grain and we're going to need water. Right. Let's produce an army. Let's just get some more resources there. Right, I think the problem was that they kind of were trickling out. We definitely want to try and hit the unit cap before the next wave, because this is costing us a lot of health. So much so that I might just get Necromancer going here. But, now let's just get some more troops out. Yeah, we're not going to need the Necromancer or anything, but we are losing a lot of health for no good reason here. 1,000 water. When you kill an enemy, a random unit of yours heals. We'll go for that. Right, we need more water. Right, we've just about got a full army going for them. Looks like we're going to be able to get through them. Though this big guy is cutting us down a bit. But we're going to stop the wall breakers. There we go. And we'll take the crystal mine. Ooh. We can get iron ore to make the crystal mine with. So I think I'm going to go with that. Getting it turned into iron bars is a bit of an ask at the moment. Right, let's just... Right, we've got a full complement of troops, that's great. Let's get some grain. I'm going to put down a tile enchanter there. Use up the last bit of gold there. And let's see what we can get. A potter's farm for clay and grain. There's hunters. We gain 1 HP when troops die. That's actually real good, but we can't afford it yet, so... Yeah... I guess in the meantime we'll upgrade the bone pit. I'm really annoyed with that. I wish I'd have been able to get that. But we weren't offered any extra denarii rewards, so not much you can do really. We'll mine some iron here. And we can, if we want, go for a broader gaze, which I think I will do. Right, excellent stuff. Get these mines working. Right, denarii will go for... Ooh, I do like messing with a black sheep ban. Basic production, we are needing some wheat at this point. And we'll get that again. Increases unit limit by 2 is very good, we'll go for that. And prophecy, oh look at that, now we're getting some extra denarii, that's going to be fantastic. So, the goblin shaman can heal them, so we don't want to go too crazy with what we pair it up with. Some more bandits and a fire mage maybe isn't an awful idea, though there's advanced production there if we put a lightning mage in. And another shaman. Maybe we swap those around, stick those in there. These guys here, and then just... Yeah, we'll just take some extra bandits and shamans coming through. Right, we'll get some troop training from that event. And we're gonna want, I guess, warrior HP. Oh, I need to remember as well, I can raise these militia units. I've barely... It's a bad habit I've got that I barely use these, but quite frankly, I think the boost production is maybe useful in a pinch if you desperately need to produce some troops, but the raised militia is pretty good and I should definitely remember it. Right, well... I think it's time that we get this unit cap raised, because we're starting to face some fiercer foes, so let's see if we can maybe do that and we'll build the Hunter's Lodge. We've got the food for it, we just need a ton of wood, and to get an increase to our unit cap we need wood, so wood we shall go and get. Right. I guess this will go on this dodgy tile, but whatever. Right. We've got similar numbers to them now. So even though this is meant to be a bit of a tougher fight, it's not that bad. What does this require? We need some wood. We'll get more hunters. And yeah, then we'll get all that wood that we need. Ooh, we are going to need to put some troops down rather quick. Right, we've got a bit of wood. Troops are being trained. We've run out of grain. Let's get the extra militia out. The big pig boss thing is about half-ish health. It's not going to be like that for long. Crystal mine can go up now. I think we are going to have to use this. I really wish we'd have got that bonus where we get 1 HP back on unit deaths. That would have been pretty good. Right. We need... Oh god, he managed to kill them all. Right, this is going to be a problem then. Right. I think it's time to... because the next wave's coming in. Necromancy. Get him. That will start training this hunter down here. Probably bit off more than we can chew. Which is a bit of an understatement. You can definitely tell I'm a bit rusty since I last played. Right, we'll get the wheat field out. I'm tempted by the sawmill, but we'll get that. I mean, we can get a furniture shop, but we can't get carpentry as well, which is a bit annoying. You kind of need both to make that work. I'll get the furniture shop. If we come across another carpentry, at least we know then we can go for it. Right, what do we need? So, get the wood. Wood acquired. Get some food. Right, that's good. Get the water that we need. Start trading flour for gold as well. And now we get a bit crazy with it and we go for all this. Right, let's get some soldiers. We're about half as many as we can normally have. Right, this should make it easier to produce troops now. 150 oil, all buildings work 5% faster. Receive temporary crossbowmen at the start of each wave. We've been struggling a bit getting those, so I think we'll go for that. And just a 5% buff to all our buildings is actually really solid. So I think I'm going to go for that as well. Right, well, we've only got 20 to spend, so I think we'll leave it there and we'll save up for next time. Right. I think what we need to focus on now is that we seem to be going from each enemy to each enemy, barely scraping together an army, and we spend a lot of our time trying to like scrape together the resources we need to produce troops. So I think that what we need to get a handle on getting a nice big army produced, and just, yeah, those crossbowmen really helped there. But yeah, we need to get a handle on getting a nice big army put together so we can get these waves cleared more easily. We'll just increase the max HP, I think, here. Spell. Turn enemies to sheep for 3 seconds. We'll get some fireworks. Levy barracks. Maybe it's time we go into assassins, I guess. Or could we roll? Nah, we'll go for assassins. Established production. I'm gonna go with a clay mine, I think, and basic production will go with You know, we've not got another iron mine for when this one runs out, and we're going to need it, so... Ooh, 3 goblin giants. And they would pay not too badly. Let's see, so there's 3 goblin giants, crossbowmen and a lizard. Fire mage, eh? Crossbowmen and a lizard, you don't really want much other than those, so 2 more goblin crossbowmen and a shaman would go alright with those, I think. Then the giants, you don't really want to give them much like in the way of second line support that are going to fire at you while you're doing that, so just some bandits and then 1 fire mage I think will be fine. We'll get the magic school, sure. We've still not built a magic school, have we? We've got 2 now. We could put them next to each other down here. Right. Okay, we need troops. We have the materials for them, but we need a bit more, yeah, a bit more wood just for the, what's it, the hunters. Right. Skeletons are just about full up. We've got all our peasants, there we go. We've got a full unit roster for once, going into a fight, that's nice. I think we'll just start getting more wheat for the next turn. It's probably time as well, yeah, to maybe look at other units too. So since we've got 2 here, we'll put 2 more unit production things here. Let's go with what have we got? I think, didn't we get a militia hut at some point? Was that not a thing? No, I must have selected something else. Right, we'll put the Assassin's Temple down anyway. I'll put it down there. I'm going to grab some water. We're going to need more frontliner troops as well to replenish our losses. We'll take a clay mine here. Oh, we already had one. I should have gone for the wheat field. It's fine. Right, we're replenishing our frontline cannon fodder. Lovely. Here we will put... I'm going to put the research table there, I think. Right. Excellent stuff. That's going to start producing some basic production. And we'll get started on an assassin. We're melting these frontline units, which means that's brilliant. Then we're going to hit the mage. They are down. It's probably now good to get a whipman. And an artifact. I'll go for the healer mages, I guess. It won't mean very many, but honestly, just... What was the other one? A bit of flour. It would have translated into a nice amount of gold, though, I'll admit. Okay. Get some more water. Finish off that fuel as well, we may as well do it. Right, let's get on to getting some troops back here. Okay, we've definitely got a handle on things now. We'll go for a wheat field, and you know, we've already got one assassin temple, we might as well get another. Rather than spreading ourselves thin across loads of different units and having to buy lots of different upgrades and things, we'll just invest heavily in one or two. I think is probably the better choice. Let's see if we can get this production finished here. Well, get this basic production research done. Boom, there we go. You know, we've not got many trees ready to replace these. Right, that went a lot better than it was going earlier. We can get some wood at the start of each wave. Summon a temporary toad when a production building is depleted. Or receive some clay at the start of each wave. Or we could go for some building upgrades here. Better crystal mine production. Wheat fields can give gold now. Or we can get some troop training for 70, which could always be quite good. I think I'll just get some extra wood. I could just get an arena as well, that's always pretty decent. I'm gonna get those two, that'll use all my denarii up. Right. Whitman's house can go there. Arena requires a lot more wood. Let's put that there. We need an iron mine, it looks like. We'll replace this crystal mine when it's done. Okay. Oh, here comes the boss. Get some extra troops in. Right, let's see. We need some water to summon more skeletons. Right, and now that should increase production, which should replenish our troops pretty quick. And now we can click this, and that'll give us another burst of troops. She's not going down as easily as I would like. We definitely want to get some, get ourselves some more troop upgrades and things, I reckon. What will it cost us to be able to do this? 30 water, okay, we can do that. In the meantime, let's get working on more militia and, well, more peasants and skeletons. It's mostly just delaying the inevitable, this, but each cycle round. go. We need more water as well. Let's make sure we get plenty. That should be enough for 3 or 4 more skeletons. Get those out. Health is down to 30. I can't see her health bar anymore. The castle gates are covering it up. I think we're just going to make it through now. She seems to be focused on the wall. That gives us opportunity to start hitting her. Yep, she's down to like an 1/8 or so of her health. We've probably got this in the bag, but we are going to be a bit crippled from it. We just got to keep these troops coming out. Nearly there. The hunters have really done this. Like, they're just chipping away at her slowly while she's going at the gate, and because they slow her movement down with their attacks, it really is allowing them to just, as I say, chip away at her like this. Down to 17. There's 2 more troops. We're going to need more water to produce more skeletons, but I think we've just about got it here. We may not even need more. There we go. A legendary artifact. We'll see what that is first. Increased unit limit by 6. That sounds good. Extra denarii. A legendary spell. Permanently increase friendly units' HP in an area by 40. A tornado is pretty good, because that sounds good. It's because it's got permanent in there. It's like, yeah, but permanent until they just get squished. We're using a lot of just frontline chaff, so it's not that great for us. We could go into a stables for the first time. That would be interesting. Or we can get a black swordsman. Ooh, but we need iron bars, not just iron ore. I think the stables is the safest bet here. Which means, yes, a vineyard will now be useful. And buffing our hunters, I think, is the right way to go here. Okay, loads of crossbowmen and shaman. That's going to be trouble. Same there. 5 goblin lizards. I don't think we want to put much with these. These seem tough. Like, that's a big wave, and we are not doing too hot right now. I'd love the troop training, but I think, because, yeah, and this is the thing, it's lightning mages. We've lost runs to those before. If we want these bits of troop training and that, I think that we call it at that. I think we take our foot off the pedal for a little while. We can't, yeah, we can't fight these right now. Because it's like, ooh, we could get an artifact but have to fight 20 goblins. We haven't got the ability to fight 20 goblins right now. We're just going to capture their leader. We'll get some free troops. That will help us. We're up against the dragon. He's the easier of them, so that's not bad. We actually might be set for a win here at this rate. You never know. Right. We've nearly got these filled back up. There we go. Get some more trees and such. Okay. While we're doing that as well, we can start on these magic schools, because having some spells to just sling at the enemy in a pinch would be very handy. Right. Also, are these just about done? Right. Stables. We would need some grapes. That's going to need some wheat. We can upgrade this again if we want. If we want even more troops, but I don't think we actually. We'll see if we can get a Whitman. Maybe he'll give us a nice bonus. Because we've now got lots of troops, so... Okay, we're rinsing them. That's great. It's great to see that. Stables then. Nearly got enough grapes. Now we just need the wheat. Now where shall we put it? There's the question. I mean, yeah, there's this slot here, but should we move something over there? And then put it maybe... I think maybe we move the research table. Or we're going to obliterate these. Not even a question. No troops lost. Give me a tree, we're running out. I'll even take a second tree. Right. Oh, they both popped. Maybe we'll just slap it down here then. Then I think we're gonna... Yeah, so we'll get mining some iron, and we're going to put down an assassin's temple, and we're going to not just want a bit of iron, we're going to want plenty of spare so that we can then hire some assassins. These will get obliterated as well. Ooh! Heal troops at the start of each wave, that's going to be great for us. Because our troops are starting to survive more now. We need grapes for those. This is going to be a sawmill. Right. And here we go, we're getting some riders. Trader after this one, then prophecy. We're probably going to want more wheat soon. Because, yeah, we're starting to... We've got a wheat field. I'm going to put that down on this tile because it's a more efficient tile, but... Okay, those riders are pretty decent, actually. When troops fall in battle, we summon a Cthulhu monster every so often. Explosive scarecrows as well, or receive 50 of each resource. Yeah. I think we'll go with a Cthulhu monster and then save what's left. Right. Let's get some extra troops here. Good stuff. Oh, we need grapes, don't we, to get more of these. You know what? Let's get the arena active for once. Now that we've got a big morale bonus. So that gives us 39% increased attack, so we should absolutely destroy this thing. Look at that. Prophecy. Now we're going towards the big end enemy here. I wouldn't mind. I mean, we should... I think we're on track to win at the moment. So let's not go too crazy with this. I wouldn't mind some troop training. You know what? We're already facing some fire mages and other guys there, so we'll just throw some more in. A building upgrade. There's one shaman there. That wouldn't be too bad there. In fact, since we're putting a second lot with them, we'll put that second. I think that's fine. That's perfectly fine. We'll go with that. We're not gonna overdo it. We don't need more magic colleges. We've got 2 schools already, but just a bunch of grapes and things wouldn't be bad, because we could use that to get more horse riders real quick. And we're about ready to go up with our unit caps. In fact, we could even go a bit mad with it if we wanted to. That's something I should have been looking out. I don't think I've seen one, but I've not been looking at the traders particularly hard. We should have been looking for maybe like a sacrificial altar or something for sheep. Get that permanent morale buff that you can get from them. That was the plan at least, but a bit late now. Hang on, just get the arena going. Obliterated. Right. We are running low on trees and food. We'll probably not need any more now before the end. We've got a few waves to go. Oh god, there's 7 lightning mages there. That might be when we use this tornado. Speaking of which, actually, let's get some magic going here. We'll see if we can, yeah, get some extra spells. And we'll get some more troops, there we go. But we'll get some extra spells before the boss comes in. Then we can kind of use those in a pinch if we need to. Well, we can definitely as well at this point. Ooh, let's see what have we got here. Boost production of these buildings, or no longer generate random spells that get choices. Yeah, that's very useful for us. So we've got a healing pool, chain lightning, and a tornado. If we can, we want to get more like single target spells, you know, maybe like meteors and things that we can just like target at the boss. Okay, spawns poisonous roots that damage and push away enemies. That could be quite good. We've already got a healing pool, so I think that's fine for us. Tree is done. Then we just need a ton of gold if we want the final gaze upgrade. Right. Get the arena going. Yeah, we obliterated all them. Resources. Ooh, wine. Yes. Ooh, more wine. Yes. Ranged units. Definitely. We've definitely heavily focused on ranged, haven't we? I'm finding with this run. Right. Speaking of ranged, here comes a firing line for us. Maybe we should kill the lightning mages with lightning of our own. Here we go. It hurt them. Blacksmith farm, longbowman's camp, a bone pit, druids. Receive all basic production buildings. Troops are produced faster. What would be a good upgrade right now? We could go for some more troops right now. Okay, how's about a longbowman's camp? We can't build it because we need the iron, but we can buy that here. We've still got 70 left, so let's make troops get produced faster. Right, the longbowman's camp. I think you can go... That's a good question. The spot's just opened up. Lovely. Right. Nice and convenient. Now that's going to require wheat and gold. We'll be fine with that. And we've nearly produced the maximum we can. We're getting some more. What do we need? Oh, we're at our unit cap. Well, we can certainly do something about that. Get another gold mine. 2 and 3. Can we get another spell? Yes, we can. Burns enemies that pass through it. I'm guessing a dragon's probably resistant to that, or spills poison. Less damage but longer lasting. I think we can do poison puddle. Plus I would worry about, fire breathing dragon being, fire immune, or at least resistant. Right, when he stops, oh, he's melting. He's melting. Alright, so he's pissed off. That's lovely. Right, we're gonna need... produce more troops. Come on, come on. Healing puddle there. That should last. Oh, it didn't really help much, did it? That was a bit of a useless spell. Oh, that was bad. That was extremely bad. Boost production. Go. Spawn more minions. We need more frontliners. Get going. We need water for the skeletons. Throw a tornado at him. That'll stop him from moving. Yeah, that should stop him a bit. Right, that should be plenty of water for the skeletons. Let's get some more troops out. Now here comes the problem. He's going to start, smashing the gate, and he does it very quick. It's all that final boss. It's all on that final boss. He just cuts through my units too quickly. and then I can't produce them fast enough. So it's like we can comfortably get to the final boss, but it's just a case of killing him, and the problem is he just does that big breath attack that basically obliterates my entire army and is completely overpowered. But what are you gonna do? Right, we'll just have to throw ourselves at it again next time. But before then, let's have a look at what upgrades. So we can increase spell damage or unlock some new buildings, which upgrades for troop limits, we can't actually afford those. We can't quite get more starting bonuses, but we can, and I think this is a good idea, get ourselves a boost to our health. Right. All these, yeah, they're all just different advisors. It's not until you get here that you get a new slot, so to get another advisor slot quickly, it looks like we want to go down this side here, and we'll save up for one next. For now though, we have, if we go to our council, so we can increase the castle's HP by 100. Now, imagine at this point we're fighting the dragon as we just were, and he's hitting our castle, but instead of him getting through it nice and quickly like he did, imagine that we had an additional entire health bar, because that's basically what this Branimir is going to do. We're going to have an additional 100 health on top of our 100 health, so from now on I think that's going to really help. And I probably should have, I'm guessing since that was very easy to get, that was probably intended for you to do very early on, and I didn't, because I got that focused on all of these upgrades for like getting extra units and getting rid of those noble tiles. They were a pain in the backside, weren't they? And increasing our troop limits at the start, things like that. But now we should have a much easier time of this. Thank you very much for watching though, and we'll give it another go next time. Hopefully this finally gives us that edge to beat threat level 1. I'll see you then.